Welcome. It's November the 12th, 2025. A great day here in East Lansing, Michigan, my studios for All Rell and Good with former Wolverine Richard Rellford down in Sylvania, Ohio. After watching the Wolverines, he was working last night, but he saw bits and pieces of it. And you know, Richard, folks, I mean, it's our glass is half full. So I was here last night watching. I did not go down to Little Caesars.
Okay.
I'll be down at Chrysler. They play Middle Tennessee State next. But I'm thinking, damn, 4 of 25 from 3-point land. That's 16% from beyond the arc.
Yes.
They had 17 turnovers. They some bad decision making, shot selection. They had the big first half lead, then they squandered it, but they found a way to win. As we texted last night, there's no such thing as an ugly win, right, Rich?
There is no such thing as an ugly win. It's called a win.
Yeah, it's a win, and they found a way. They found a way. So so Michigan can do all these horrendous things. The turnovers and the 12 missed free throws. I know that really grinds you because, as you always say, they're free.
They're free.
They're free.
That's right.
You shouldn't miss them, right?
That's right.
So
I agree.
all those liabilities that they had, they found a way to win. Mark a good team, right?
Not only that, the resilience of the team. How I feel that they play very well together.
Yeah.
And this is the beginning.
Yeah.
And we always talk about size, but I truly believe big fella Lamar is going to be something.
Oh my God! I am. He's the best player on the team.
Thank you. Thank you. Because his stat line 16, 10, and 5 blocks. Come on, man. You don't win games without him in the middle because we talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
The last shot was missed because he had to shoot over a 7-2 guy.
Yeah.
We floaters okay. We like shooting floaters. It's tough over 7-2.
That floater ain't go. You ain't gonna do no floaters over him.
No.
Steph Curry couldn't do floaters.
Exactly. He's 7'2" and he can jump.
So look at the Adimara, the big transfer from UCLA. I'm looking at the stat sheet. He was 18 points, 13 boards, 6 assists.
Oh, yeah, 6 assists too?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he had 3 turnovers. 8-11.
3 turnovers ain't bad.
He shot 72% from the field. This guy is phenomenal.
Listen, and we didn't have him in the Cincinnati game.
Well, in that exhibition game.
Right. An exhibition.
Yeah. That's I keep. So it's only he played one exhibition game against that was St. John's, and then with the Oakland game he was pretty dominant. But I thought he came and the Elliot Cadeau came through when he had to. He had 8. He had 7 assists. He had 8 boards. So he's doing stuff. Point guards normally don't get 8 rebounds.
No, they don't.
17 points for Elliott. So Elliott was key. I thought Yaxo was a little bit off in his shot, but everybody was off in his shot. And it to me, what bothered me early on, Rich, Michigan looked early in that second half. They looked soft.
Really?
And that's can't be that way. Wake is an ACC team, granted not highly picked, and they haven't been in the NCAA tournament in 8 years, but they might make it this year.
I think they got a good team. Wake got a good team. It's going to be some surprises done.
Yep. But and then Roddy Gale had 13 points, but he had that big 3.
Listen, all I could think about was how you said to me at the game, Coach likes Roddy Gale.
Yeah, he
right.
Likes him. Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And when the game was crucial, Roddy Gale took big shots.
He did.
And he hit them.
Mm-hmm.
And I said after that, see, now you have a go-to.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to worry about it. Trey McKenna, one of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, all those guys can take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you, Coach has a lot of confidence in Roddy Gale.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's some sloppy moments, but like I said before, if you play like that and still find a way, finding a way is the mark of a good team. And I sent you that clip from the post-game locker room, which you really,
Yes.
the Dusty, that was a message that you would want to hear as a player, right?
Listen, I liked Coach before. I like him more now.
Really?
Because of what he said to those guys. Yeah. You know, when you're playing and you play at a high level, it's great to have a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're going to win games that you're not supposed to win.
Yeah.
When you play bad.
Yeah.
And the parts of the game that I saw and listening to coach in the locker room, it was wonderful, man, to hear him say we're a good team, we got good players. He said, but, you know, it's a win. Yeah. Regardless if it's ugly or if it's not. A win is a win. And so, listen, confidence, I want a coach that's going to give us confidence.
Yeah.
And that's what he does.
That's what you want in a coach.
Yes.
Do you remember Michigan was a 14.5-point favorite? As a player back in the day, and I know betting lines weren't as big back then as they are now, but did you find yourself challenged going into a game where you were the heavy favorite? Now, I was down at, I remember your junior, senior when I was back in town that you had, in December, you get some kind of, there's some cupcake opponents, let's be real, or you're playing Eastern Michigan or something like that. Did you find yourself challenged getting up for those games, and how did you overcome that liability?
Well, you have games like that, but it's hard for me to say teams like Eastern and Detroit teams, UOD, to get up for them. You get up for them because you know the guys on the other team because you played together all summer.
Oh, that's true.
So you know them. So you're gonna get up for those games. I'm gonna tell you what games were hard for us to get up with, like Northwestern.
Okay,
it was hard to get up.
And when you were at Michigan, Northwestern was a gimme win.
It was you already marked it before you played it.
Yeah,
and those are the games that was hard to get up for. But you have to have something in yourself as a player to say, regardless of how the team is on the other side, you have to be ready.
Yeah,
because motivation is in you. Your coaches can say things to help you get that way, but as a player, your mindset is, I want to go over there and we want to beat them as bad as we can because we want to prove that we're the best team, hands down. And so we play teams, man, and at halftime we want to be up by 20.
Yeah.
So now we can coast the rest of the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're trying to get your teammates who don't play into the game.
Not only that,
motivated by that right there.
Yes. Right? Listen, we used to love when the guys like our walk-ons and the guys that never really played much, like Rudy and these guys, when they would play and they would score, it was like they hit the game-winning shot every time one of them made it back.
Gerard Rudy.
Yes.
Gerard Rudy.
Yes, okay. Rudy.
I had lunch with Gerard Rudy's uncle about a month ago.
Get out.
Tom Rudy. Yeah, I knew the connection. Gerard Rudy was from Midland. He walked on. So Gerard Rudy walked on.
Yes, he did.
And Frieder said, I appreciate it, Rapper. This is not going to work out. So, okay, so he said, okay, fine. Back to the dorm he goes. And then all of a sudden, a week later, Frieder calls, hey, man, we need you. I don't know why. But he needed him, and so he walked on. And he enjoyed it, and the guy's a doctor now.
Yes, I've heard from some of the guys that Rudy's a doctor now.
Yeah,
listen, but he was a great guy, though. He was a good teammate, and you'll never find a guy on our teams to have a bad thing to say about Rudy, because Rudy was there for everyone. He was always there. And when Guard Thompson and those young guys came in, they all had a year with Rudy. But they loved it, man. Rudy was, like I said, he was our guy. So we enjoyed Rudy.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think that was that. I think he came in on that terrible team that when Thad Garner was the senior, they were bad.
Yes.
The only time
my freshman year.
The only reason people went to Chrysler was for Thad Garner to get a breakaway dunk.
Yes.
That was about the only feature benefit of going.
Yes, that was it. Listen, I remember because, like I said, when Rudy came in, we knew he was a walk-on because, everybody talks.
Yeah.
And, he had that kind of look that he was just a super duper nice guy.
Yeah.
So you never want to really, foul him hard or anything.
Well, he can help you with your homework.
And that's what we said. He could. One thing about it, he had like a 3.9 or 4.0.
I know, so he brought up the team GPA.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But he was super guy, man. Great guy. Yeah. You know what? I'm hoping that he never have to save me. You know what I mean? Because Rudy was a smart guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There are a lot of smart people down there.
Yes.
So you're motivated to get them in. Mm-hmm. But did you have teammates that would say to you, "Hey, we can't take this team for lightly," or anything like that? Do you have a leader on your team, or is it you?
Well, you know what? A lot of times the seniors would tell us, you couldn't take things lightly. Yeah. I remember playing my first Big Ten game, and I think it was was it Iowa? It could have been Iowa. And I thought that, they had a small team, not knowing that they had Stokes. Was on that team.
Oh, I remember him. He was
right.
Good.
And so
Craig Stokes,
left-hand guy. And we thinking, well, that's basically all y'all got.
Yeah.
And to our surprise, we got a wake-up call that day, my freshman year, because he must have had like 4 dunks. Stokes did. They had another kid from Chicago, Michael. I can't remember. Michael was like 6'10". I think he was from Chicago. Okay. And listen, I thought we were going to walk them. Yeah. I'm a freshman. I don't know. I'm going on what I see in practice. Okay. And man, I tell you, it was tough. It was a wake-up call.
So speaking of wake-up call, so someone sent me a video yesterday, and you were in the video, just so you know.
Really?
We had just talked about this game when we saw you and Kayla in the buyer box.
Okay.
When Skiles went off on 40 points on you.
Yes.
At Denison. And man, he was like laughing he was really getting in Antoine Jobert's grill.
Listen.
Big time. Big time.
Listen.
He lighting up. He was shooting up these were 2 balls before the 3 ball came in the following year.
Yes.
He would have had 60.
I'm telling you. I tell everyone that. Scott would have had 60, but what people didn't know is how Antoine and Gary talked about him on our way to the game. I mean, preparing for that game that week. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I'm explaining to them, because I know Scott, that he can play. You're saying that's a game. Plus, I knew Sam Vincent. Sam was there. And they acted as if, nah, it's just a small guy, man. I'm not going to worry about it. And Scott lit them up, Tom, and I got to tell you. Scott, after he hit like 2 or 3 in a row, he would look at them and talk smack. And we're on the other side, but me and Roy, we wanted to die laughing inside because we wanted to let them know, yo, he might be a little bitty white boy, but he ain't no punk white boy.
He looked like a beer truck driver.
Yeah, he did.
Rolling up the sleeves. He's got the 2-wheel thing with all the kegs, and he's loading the car. That's what Scott Skiles looked like.
That was Scott Skiles.
He's doing that day.
Yes,
right?
That was Scott Skiles. We had a great time together. Like I said, I got to know him in the pre-Olympic trials. I got to know Scott very well. Yeah, and we had a good time.
Remind me. So that's you guys were. You won the Big Ten title that year, regular season, but they beat you. They swept you.
They swept you. Right? They beat us twice.
Including the one in the rematch back at Chrysler. Vernon Carr went off on.
Yeah, I remember
on that break. But
yes,
I'm not going to lament this negative people. So losing to freaking Michigan State, which is the worst thing in the world.
It's one of the worst things.
It's like wondering if you took them for granted, because I know Antoine Joubert was talking some shit. And then my colleague Jack Ebling, who was a beat writer for the Lansing State Journal covering Michigan State, went down to your practice, got a quote from Antoine, who's the best guard in Big Ten, brought it back to Scott and told him.
Yes, he did.
Jack Ebling for part of this nonsense.
Yes, that's probably why Scott was real motivated.
That was why Scott was real motivated. I know that for a fact, and then Gary Grant got off. He threw his wristband in the crowd when he fouled out. I was sitting in half court, Rich.
Yes, sir. I remember all of that too, Tom. I remember
throwing a bad nightmare. But at Jennifer, what a great environment. The barn.
Yeah, Jennifer Fieldhouse was like, man, listen, we enjoyed playing there because we liked that the crowd was so close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's close to
you. You didn't mind people being antagonistic towards you as a player.
Listen, what the people don't know is that's what motivates the player more. We want you to talk smack to us. We want you to say things because now every time we do something, we're going to think about it. Okay. And so, that's called motivation, Tom. We loved it. Listen, we played that when we played in Lansing, it was always smack being talked. We could hear the people and we would say something back to some people. But listen, that's the environment. That's what you want. That's the part. That's the greatest part about college basketball, that you can interact with the fans.
Well, and I thought that, speaking of that, Michigan's playing at Little Caesars Arena. Mm-hmm. I thought the crowd was flat for a while.
Really?
When you get in those pro environments, it's not like a college environment. Even though there was Michigan fans there and the band and all that stuff.
But they're not close to you, though. But they're
different.
not close. Yeah, they're not close. In the NBA, it's not like we have, the floor seats like in the NBA for everyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? So in certain areas, you won't have those seats. And so, Little Caesars Arena, it was pretty big. But the players, we love that, though. You love playing in the NBA arenas. Yeah.
So moving forward, Michigan plays TCU on the road.
Yes.
On Friday night. That's at 9:00 Eastern time. So TCU is not expected to finish high in the Big 12. Kind of a middle-of-the-road team. Michigan's expected to win. But don't you think with this wake-up call, if so to speak, happen, will help them in that game, and they'll play. Don't you think they'll play better than they did last night?
I guarantee you they're going to play better because, just like you said, Tom, this was a wake-up call for them. Yeah. I'm sure when they were up 14 at halftime that they thought that this was going to be a walk.
Yeah.
And then you end up winning in overtime.
Yeah.
Well, now we didn't get beat, but we can be beat.
Yeah.
And so now we got to be a little more focused going down the stretch. We can't be up 14 and decide, come on, man, we're going to take it easy.
I mean, you got to figure out how do I get that to 28?
Right. You keep going. From 14 to 28, more. You try to get as much try to get 50, even though it may not happen. Because if you think about just relaxing on my morals, it ain't gonna work for you. You see what happened? You're up 14 and you win in overtime.
Yeah, yeah. So I hope their perimeter D sometimes had some lapses, and the turnovers. I mean, they are real. The turnovers are real. Now they went 4 turnovers in the first 2 minutes. Then they only had one more for a long time, and then came the flurry in the second half. So that's concentration.
That's concentration.
And communication and getting used to play with each other too, I think.
Yeah, that has something to do with it. But that's why the practice time comes because you guys are going to play together. But in the last, we kept turning the ball over. I could not believe it because I'm home now. At this time.
Yeah.
And I'm watching.
He threw it off somebody's head.
Right. He threw it. Listen, one time he threw it to no one. They threw it to no one. He anticipated the guy, and I'm saying to myself, "What are you thinking?" But that's the lapse. Those are the lapses that we have to stay focused on. That's when, our main guys have to come together and say, hey, look, come on, man, let's focus. We can't be you could have lost the game last night, but you won.
Yeah. And it's the same team. If that ball gone in, it's the same team that is if the ball not going in. I mean, you're that close. So we know what this Michigan team has. We know, but man, they are so deep. Although the bench got a little short in the second half, I mean, they had to.
Well, you had to because you played with the guys you rode with to get you there.
Yeah, Lewis working out. And
it's working out.
When Mara is not on the court, and that holy shit,
listen,
what a difference!
Listen, This is going to be, if they're going to win the Big Ten and the Big Ten tournament and do well in the NCAAs, it's going to be because of Mara.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, this 7'2" kid, he's not playing like, you know, a lot of guys his size that they kind of look kind of clumsy and, you know, they awkward. No, this kid runs the floor. He can shoot.
He can dunk.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's the part I like too, because at 7'2", I'm dunking everything in the paint.
I mean,
Everything should be done.
I mean, finish strong. And this is like last year, with Vlad, he didn't finish strong sometimes.
Right, he didn't dunk it like he should have.
But just flush it, man.
Right, because I'm already there. You ain't jumping that high.
Yeah,
you're 17.
This guy's up at I mean, he's so freaking tall.
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it.
Can't teach size, as Richard Rellford always says. So.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, hey, they're 2-0. We'll see how it goes next week. We'll connect again
for sure
after the Middle Tennessee State game. And, man, hey, it's better be 2-0 than 0-2, right?
There you go, baby. I like it that way.
All right, Rich. Hey, go Blue, and we'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Go Blue, man, and we'll talk later.
All right.